actual text or string into another format, into encrypted format. Okay, it will convert the actual text or the string into encrypted format. Next, the next field type is URL. Now, what is our field type URL? When coming to the URL, we are having some website. Suppose, for example, I am a person or I am an organization. I have my own organization, and then for that here I have my own website is available, or I have my own blog. So now whatever the blog you have or whatever the personal website that we have, if you want to give that website information or nothing but the website URL into your record, then we can use these URL fields. By using this URL fields, nothing but unified resource locator. By using this URL field, we can able to enter the website names of your organization or your personal website also. It may be your blog information also we can able to enter over there. If you want to enter some website names, then we have to use this URL field. Now this field is used to enter the website or the URL names. For example, www.sometcs.com or https some login.salesforce.com or https or else I'm giving some www.google.co.in. Like that here, whenever if you want to enter some URLs, then we have to use this URL field type. And next field. And the next one is we have checkbox type. So now when coming to the checkbox, so now suppose for example here, I want to provide some discount to the users. Sometimes I want to provide the discount, sometimes I don't want to provide the discount. So now in this kind of scenario, I want to make it selected. Nothing but do I need to provide the discount for this person or not? If I'm selecting that option, then only the discount will be applicable to that user, and then the discount amount will be deducting from the bill. So now when coming to the checkboxes, checkboxes are used to select or deselect some options. So now when coming to the checkbox, so now when you select the checkbox, then what happened? It is going to be returning some value. When you select the checkbox, then it will be returning a value called as checked. Nothing but checked in the sense this is true. Nothing but checkbox has been selected. If the checkbox is selected, it will return true. If the checkbox is unselected, then it will be returning false. So now if you want to store some true or false values, nothing but boolean values into a particular field or into a particular column, then we are using these checkboxes types. Okay, so now this field is used to store the true or false values. Now it returns true when the checkbox is selected. Else it will return false. Okay, so now when coming to the checkbox type, it is going to be returning either true or false values, where when you select the checkbox, it is going to be returning true value, else it will return false values. Now this, whenever if you want to return these for true or false values, nothing but true in the sense 1, false in the sense 0, nothing but 1 or 0, nothing but bit data type. Internally it is going to be referring to a bit data type, where the bit value will be having either 0 or 1. Okay, so now here these are the various field types that we have when coming to our Salesforce objects. Clear? Any questions?
In checkbox type, sir, can we select a multiple selection or
yes,
only one?
We can select. When coming to the checkbox, we can able to select multiple also. But when coming to the radio
Okay.
buttons, we can select only one. Okay.
Okay. There is no radio type.
No, there is no radio type is available. When coming to our visual force, we will see radio button types also.
Okay.
Okay. Now, generally, when coming to the general applications, it is not recommended to use the radio buttons. Suppose, for example, here I have some payment mode is there. Assume that I am purchasing some items through online. So now, after selecting the items which I am going to purchase through online, then I have to make the payment. So now for that payment, we have to select the payment mode. Whether how you are going to pay making the payment, like whether you are using the credit card, or whether you are using the debit card, or whether you are going to be using by cash, nothing but at the time of delivering that item, or do you want to do the online transaction, nothing but net banking, like that. So many options are available to you. So now in this kind of scenario, if I am providing the radio button for each and every item, then what happens here? If we have more number of options, then it will be occupying the more page, nothing but more space also. So for that here, it is not recommended to use the radio buttons if you have more number of items. If it is one or two items are there, then it is okay. Like as male and female, only one you can able to select. Sometimes here we have multiple items are there, like male, female, widowed, like that. Here we have some more options are also available. At that time, if the options are keep on increasing, then it will occupy more space also. So that's what here, when coming to the radio buttons are not recommended to use in our web applications, which will occupy more space. Then at that time, how can we implement this kind of functionality? Nothing but through radio buttons, we are going to be selecting only one. So at that time, whatever the options that you want to provide, add all those options into a pick list, nothing but into a drop down. It will be having all those items are there. From those items, select whatever the option you want. So for that here, when coming to the pick list, we can able to select only one. So for that, instead of using the radio buttons, we can go with the pick list field. Okay. Now we will see how to create these fields. Okay, how to create these fields. Now we will see. So now before creating these fields, I want to create an object. Okay, I want to create an object. How to create an object? Now we will see here through practically. So now here, first of all, decide what fields or what objects you are going to prepare. Assume that I want to create a field called as position object. Okay, I want to create an object with the name position. So now here, position here, what we can do with this position object here, basically position in the sense what it describes. Anyone?
Like designation.
No. So many open positions are there. So many open positions are there in my organization. Let's assume that I have an organization. In that organization, I am a project manager. So now I'm working as a project manager in my organization. So now when coming to my project, I have a Java developer requirement is there. Because here one of the person is going to be relieving from my organization. So that one here, that position I have to be filled with another person. So that I have one Java developer vacancy is there. Or else I'm getting a new project from another client. So at that time, I need some resources. So now I need some 4 Java developers, 2 Oracle administrators, or 2 Oracle developers, whatever. So now here we are getting some new positions, nothing but some new open positions are available in my organization. Whenever a new position is available, then those positions, as a project manager, I want to prepare these positions information and I want to send it to the talent acquisition team or the resource management group. Nothing but the HR people who are taking care about the recruiting the employees in our organization. As a project manager, I am not going to be calling the candidates to schedule the interview. Now I am a project manager, and then I am going to be taking care of the responsibility of delivering the items to the customer. Nothing but I am responsible for the application development to the customer. So now recruiting the candidate is nothing but that will be taken care by a separate department that is called as the human resource department, or it may be the resource management department, or it may be the recruiting department or talent acquisition team also. So now each and every organization will be having their own terminology. So now in some organization it will be calling as the talent acquisition team, or it will be calling as the resource management group, or it may be the human resource management. Like that, here different departments will be available. These departments are going to be taking care of recruiting the candidates if there is any open positions available in the organization in any of the project. So now, as a project manager, I know what are the open positions are available in my projects. So that here, once I have a new project requirement, like one Java developer I want, at that time, I want to prepare this position details like the position ID and the name of the position. And then I want to provide the location of the position, nothing but in which location we have this position is vacant. What is the status of this position right now? And then what is the open data of this position, what is the closed data of this position, and then what is the position description, what are the skills that we are expecting for this position, and how much minimum pay that we can able to offer to the candidate, what is the maximum budget that we have for this position, whether this position is having any travel option or not, or for this position do we require the passport or not. All these options are there. So now here all these options I will fill. When she click on submit, then it is going to be going this information to the talent acquisition team, so that those human resource management people will start recruiting the candidate for this position here. So now here when coming to my position object also, I want to provide these details. Nothing but I want to store some position records which are available in my position. So now this position may be the closed position, the position may be a hold position, nothing but on hold. The position is still we are recruiting. The position is a new position which we have right now, or this position may be requiring some approval from the another persons also. Nothing but the position status may be whatever, the position location may be whatever. So all the positions are available in this position object. So that I want to create a position object, nothing but position object in the sense position table will be created automatically in the backend. So that whenever you are creating a position object, then position table will be get created. So now when coming to the position is our custom object, nothing but I am creating this position object right now. So now when coming to the custom objects or the custom fields, what we have, we will be having two attributes. One is field label, second one is API name. So nothing but field label is going to be describing the front end part, nothing but what will be the label text or the static information to be displayed in the user interface, and the API name is going to be describing what is the column in that associated table. When coming to the API name, always API name is postfix with underscore underscore C, which is indicating this is a custom field. Okay, so now custom fields information already we have discussed, and the standard field information already we have discussed. Okay, so now here I want to create a position object. So now when coming to the position object, I want to provide the position ID. These are the fields I want to provide. This position ID has to be generated by my Salesforce automatically here. Okay, now, and then I want to provide a field called as position name, where I can able to specify the name of the position, whether it is a Java developer or Oracle administrator or network administrator or Oracle DBA, like that. You can specify the position name. So now here, when coming to the position ID I want to make it as auto-generated, because here position ID has to be generated by my Salesforce itself. So that here I am going to be using this field type as an auto number. When coming to the position name is nothing but like as Java developer or the Salesforce developer or the Salesforce consultant, like that. Nothing but some characters, nothing but some, it will be having some characters as well as some special characters also. So that here it will be only one line, so that I'm using a text type. And the next one, location. When coming to the location, I want to provide the different values. Like I want to provide the values like some Hyderabad and some Bangalore, some Mumbai, some Delhi, and some Chennai. Like that. These are the values. This is the location values that I want to populate. Okay. So now here for this one, which kind of field that we have to use? From this location, only one location value we have to select. Nothing but for which location we are recruiting this position.
Drop down.
Drop down. Drop down is nothing but here we are calling it as pick list. Okay. The drop down field name will be treated as pick list. And then I want to provide the position status. Here multiple position status are there. New position. Now today only I have created this position record. This is the new position is there. And then this is open approved. Okay. This position we have created, and what are the details that we have specified with that one, the finance team has approved, nothing but budget is also approved. So now once they have approved, then we can able to start recruiting the candidate for this. So nothing but here this is in progress. And then when coming to the position, sometimes it may be on hold. And sometimes the position we have closed. Nothing but here we have recruited the candidate, so that one we have closed the position. Then what type of field I want? When coming to the position, only one status should be there at a time. It may be new position, it may be open approved, it may be in progress, it may be on hold, it may be closed, whatever. So that here when coming to the position, status should be only one at a time. So for that here we are using the pick list type. Next. And what is the next field type here that we can use? What is the next field? We have position ID, position name, location, position status, and then I want to provide the open date. Nothing but what is the starting date of the position. Nothing but on which date you have created this position here. So that want to indicate the date, we are using the date field. And then close date. Close date is nothing but here what? As part of my organization process, whenever I have given a position, for each and every position, I am giving some specific target date. So now here, when coming to the position also, it may be Java developer, it may be the Oracle developer, whatever the position that we have. So now here, I am going to be giving the close date. Nothing but by this particular date, we have to recruit the candidate in this particular position. So because here sometimes I have been giving the position the close date as some 15 days. Nothing but from open date to close date, this is 15 days are there. So nothing but here, now I have given 2 weeks of time to recruit the candidate for this particular position. So now for that cases, we have to specify both open date and the close date. So now by using this open date, we can specify what is the starting date of the position. Close date is going to be indicating what is the ending date of the position here. So now this is also a date field. We have entered the field type as a date. And next one here, I'm going to be providing one more field, minimum pay. So nothing but what is the minimum pay that we are going to offer? Pay is nothing but some currency value. What is the compensation that we are going to offer for this position? What is the minimum compensation that you are going to offer? So now this is a currency type. And then what is the maximum pay? Nothing but what is the maximum pay that we can able to offer for this position. Because here in each and every organization, they will be having some certain processes are there. Based on that, they will be having certain bands. Like for 4 years of experience candidate, we can able to offer this much of the amount. So now for the 6 years of experience people, this is the this much of budget that we have. We cannot go beyond that, like that. So now here when coming to this position also, what is the maximum budget that we have? What is the maximum package or what is the maximum compensation that we can offer to the candidate? So that this is also a currency type, so that I'm using this particular field type as a currency. Next, the main important field is position description. What is the position description here? We have to enter the description of the position here. So now when coming to the description, it will be having multiple lines. So nothing but here we need 4+ years of experienced candidates in this for this position. We need some certified persons are also required. So now we need, so he can able to lead the team also. We can able to involve into the client interaction also. We can able to prepare the technical design documents also. Like that here we have some position description is there. Nothing but the job role what we are expecting. So now here we are going to be entering more lines of code. So at that time, we are going to be using some text area because text data type is not sufficient, so that we are using this text area. And then I want to provide one more field called as skills required. What are the skills that you are expecting from the candidate for this particular position? So now for this skills required, what are all the skills that you are expecting? So that here I'm going to be entering multiple skills. So for that here I'm using a text area. And then I want to provide a field called as passport required. So nothing but for this particular position, do we have any on-site opportunity or not? So now here, do we have any travel option or not? For that here, we need the passport required
Passport.
option. Okay, so now if there is any travel option is there, then compulsory they require the passport. So that one passport required or not. So now it may be true or false. So that here we are using the checkbox type. Next, and then we are using one more field that is travel required. So now the travel may be there, may not be there. So now here in this kind of scenario, we are going to be using a field type called as checkbox type itself. So now here these are the various fields, and along with that I want to add one more field also. So that field is number of positions. Okay, how many number of positions are available for this particular requirement? So now here I want to 2, or I want to 3, or I want to 1. Like that here we have to indicate how many candidates you want with this description, with these skills. So for that here we have to enter some number value. So for that here I am using a number data type. So nothing but these are the various fields that I am going to create. For each and every field I am going to be using these data types. Okay, so now I want to create the position object, and in that position object I want to provide all these fields like position ID, position name, location, position status, number of positions, open date, close date, minimum pay, maximum pay, position description, skills required, passport required, travel required. So these are the options are available. These are the fields are available in my position object. So now we will see how to create this position record. Okay, practically now we will see.
Sir, here
Yeah.
Here password required is in checkbox. If we selected the both means it will not valid, no, sir.
Sorry.
Password required is checkbox.
Okay.
If we selected both yes or no means it will be.
See, passport required nothing but this is a checkbox. Checkbox may be selected, may not be selected. Okay, multiple options will not be there. Only one checkbox will be there. I will show you now.
Okay.
Assume that. For example, we have the opportunity. When you click on new, here we have an option. Okay, we have an option here like private. Okay, this is the private option is there. Now when coming to the private option, this is a checkbox, right? Private, one checkbox is there simply. Now when coming to this checkbox, you may select, you may unselect. If you select this checkbox now, it will be returning true. Nothing but this is required. Nothing but passport required. Select. Nothing but passport I want. And then travel required. So you can select that. Travel is not there. So then unselect this one. Nothing but there is no travel option is available. From the base location only we have to work for this particular position. Okay. So that here we are going to providing only one checkbox. Okay. So now here I am going to be creating these objects now. So now the position object I want to create, position object is our custom object. So now when coming to the Salesforce edition, how many custom objects we can able to create?
500.
500. Nothing but in developer edition we can able to create 500 custom objects. And then when coming to the unlimited edition, how many custom objects we can able to create?
2000.
2000. Already we have discussed about that. In unlimited edition we can able to create maximum of 2000 custom objects. Okay. Now in each and every object, how many custom fields we can create?
500.
500. Correct. So now here when coming to the each and every custom object, we can able to create 500 custom fields itself, not more than that. When coming to the databases also, we have some limitations are there, like in each and every database, it may be Oracle or it may be SQL Server, it can have multiple tables. Every table can have maximum of 10, 24 columns, not more than that. Like the same way here, when coming to the Salesforce also, it can have, each object can have maximum of 500 custom fields. So now when coming to the fields in an object, we have two types of fields are there. One is standard field, second one is custom field. So now I am going to be creating my custom object. Okay, I am creating my custom object. So now for my custom object, do we have any standard fields or not? We will be having some standard fields. What are those standard fields? Now we will see. So now first we will create that object here. Then how to create the object here? Now we will see. So now whenever if you want to create an object, so now I want to create a new object. Then how can we create an object? Now we will see. To create an object, we can have maximum of 500 custom objects in developer edition. And 2000 custom objects in unlimited edition. Now, whenever if you want to create an object, then we have to use this navigation. To create an object, use the below navigation. Now, go to setup option. Go to build menu. In left panel, and go to create option and expand it. Click on object and click on custom object. Okay, so now this is the new custom object. So now this is the navigation part that we have to use in order to create that new custom object here. Now how to create this object practically, now we will see. So now here I want to go to the setup. Okay, go to the setup. Come to the left panel here. This is the left panel that we have. In this left panel, we have the build menu is available. Under this build menu, we have create option is there. Expand that create. We have an option called as objects. Nothing but we are going to be creating objects. Click on objects. Now it will provide what are the custom objects are available for your instance. So now here, when coming to the custom objects are nothing but the database table that will allows you to store the data specific to your organization in Salesforce. You can use custom objects to extend the Salesforce.com functionality or to build your new custom application functionality. Nothing but objects we are going to be creating. Why we are creating these objects? Whenever if you are extending the functionality of the existing Salesforce CRM application, or whenever you are developing your own new custom applications, at that time it requires to create your own custom objects also. So that we are creating our own custom objects by using this navigation path where I am creating our new custom objects. So for that, here we have an option called as, we have a button called as new custom object button is available. Now click on this new custom object button. So now it is providing so many options to you. Now we will discuss each and every option one by one. Now you will be having the label and the plural label. Label in the sense here, when you see the example, here it is providing account. Okay, label is simply example account. Plural label field, example accounts. Nothing but this is a plural. Nothing but here this is a having yes. So nothing but where we have identified this kind of differences. When coming to our tabs, all the tab names will be the plural format and the object names will be in the singular format. Like as account object is there, for that it is having a tab that is having the name accounts. For the contact, contacts, opportunity, opportunities, case, cases, solution, solutions. Like that here we have the tab. Nothing but tab name should be plural name, object name should be singular name. So that we have label. Label is I'm giving position because here I want to create the object with the name position. So now here we have plural label as positions. Nothing but like as my tab name is positions. So now when you specify the label, it is giving the object name itself. Okay, it is giving the object name itself here automatically. I haven't entered any value here. It is giving the object name as the label name which you have entered. Nothing but with this particular name, it is going to be creating a table for you. Okay, next, come to the down part. So now here we have optional features option is available. Okay, optional features option is available. So now these options are very, very important. Okay, please remember this one. So now here we have allow reports. So what do you mean by this allow reports option? These are the 4 options are there. So now when coming to these options, so now here when coming to the allow report, the first option is allow reports. Allow reports is the checkbox is there. Allow activities checkbox. Track field history checkbox. Allow in charter groups checkbox. So now allow reports. Allow reports is nothing but by default this checkbox is not yet selected. We can able to select this checkbox now. When you click on that, the checkbox will be get selected. So now allow reports. What do you mean by this allow reports here? So now when I come into this position object, what are the position object that I'm creating right now? So now in this position object, I am going to be creating some records. So now what are the records that we have in that position object? With those records, whether we can able to generate any reports or not. Nothing but allow these users to generate some reports based on the data available in this object. Based on this position records, we can able to generate some reports also. Like suppose for example. So now by every month end, I have some organization meeting will be there, like with our company CEO or the managing director. So now to him, we have to give some presentation where as a HR department person, I am taking care of all the recruitment process for our organization positions, so that I have to give some my presentation every month end. Like as we have every month end, we will be having a meeting with our organization managing director, so that we have to present in front of him like what are the various positions are available in this month, how many positions we have closed, how many positions are in open status, how many positions required approval, how many positions are in hold. All this information we have to track. So now here branch-wise information we have to track, and the overall organization-wide also we have to track. Nothing but consolidated of all the branches. So now for that here, if you want to generate some reports based on the data available in this particular position object, then we have to select this checkbox. Now, when you select this allow report checkbox, then only the user can able to generate some reports based on this particular records available in the object. And the second one, allow activities. This checkbox also we can able to select, and by default this is not selected here. Allow activities, nothing but whenever a position record I have created as a project manager, I am creating a new position record with the required details and the position name and the location for the position, status of the position description, and the skills we are expecting, minimum pay, maximum pay, everything I have entered. So because here I know what are the position requirements are there. So now based on that, I have created the position. Then who is going to be taking care of that? The human resource management people are taking care of the recruiting this candidate. Then how human resource people will aware of whether a new position is available? So that here, what I want to do is, I want to send an email notification, or I want to assign a task to that particular one of the human resource management people, that we have created a new position. We need some new people in our project, so that this is the details, this is the position detail, this is the position description, this is the skills that we are expecting. So that here we have to allocate some task, we have to give a new task to that particular user, so that he can able to start working on recruiting the candidate for that particular position. So for that here we are going to be using this allow activities. Nothing but by using allow activities, we can able to assign some task to a particular person based on the record available in this object. Next, the third option is track a field history. So nothing but assume that I have created a new position record. So now I have given the status as some new position and the location as some Bangalore. Okay. Now, when I am observing the record tomorrow, now at that time the record value is modified, and then it is giving the position status as closed and the position location as some Hyderabad. Yesterday only I have created the record. In that record, I have clearly mentioned that the location as Bangalore and the position status is new position. But now today I have observed into that particular position, this position record is have been modified. Somebody has modified this value. What they have modified? Previously I have created this record with the position location as Bangalore, but now it is showing as Hyderabad. And then when coming to the position status also, now yesterday we have created the position, and at that time I have given the position status as new position, because this is a new position that we have in the organization. But now when I observe this record, then it is giving the status as closed. Then who has modified these values? When they have modified these values, what are the previous values are there in that field? What is the new value they have assigned? Why they have modified these values? Everything I want to track. In this kind of scenario here, if you want to track the field's history, nothing but how many times this field value has been changed. Okay, how many times this field value has been changed. So for that here we are going to be using this track field history. By using this track field history, we can able to track the previous information of those particular fields. And then we have allow in charter groups. So nothing but here, this is the new feature available in the summer 15 release. So now up to spring 15, we have only these three checkboxes like allow reports, allow activities, and the track of field history. But from this version, nothing but from this summer 15 release, we got one more option called as allow in charter groups. So now here, whenever you are going to be sharing some information to your various people available in your organization through the charter application, at that time, if you want to include this record also, then we can able to select this checkbox. Okay, so now these are the four options are available which we have to enable, like allow reports, allow activities, track field history, and the allow in charter groups. Next, discuss about two more options here. Now we have deployment status. Now here we have two options are there, in development and deployed. So what is the difference between this in development and deployed? Anyone?
Uh, Development means it is under construction.
Okay, nothing but
Okay.
still we are implementing, still we are creating this object. So don't use
Deployment
any of
means
the person.
okay.
Okay, nothing but here.
Deployment means it is not.
Hmm. Deployed in the sense already developed, nothing but ready to use. Okay, ready to use, nothing but here not only one user, multiple users are accessing my Salesforce application. So that here you can able to access this one, you can able to create the records in that object because this is already deployed, already installed, already developed. This is done. So now if it is in development, nothing but this object is still in development, nothing but it is not yet completed. So now if it is in development, then the other persons cannot be able to access this one because still it is in construction. It is not yet deployed. So that you cannot able to create any records in this particular object. Okay. Next, come to the last options. We have some more options are available here. What are those options? Now we will see. So now here we have two options are available here. So now these are the two options that we have. Now object creation options. Okay. So now when coming to this particular objects, we have two options are there, two checkboxes are there again. The first checkbox is add notes and attachments related list to the default page layout. So nothing but whenever you are creating that particular object, along with the each and every record, if you want to add any screenshots, or if you want to add any images, or if you want to upload any files associated with that particular record. So at that time, we have to use this add notes and attachments option. And the next checkbox is, which is very important, which is the last checkbox. Select that checkbox, launch new custom tab wizard after saving this custom object. Okay, after saving this custom object, please launch a new custom tab wizard. So what do you mean by this particular option here? So now when you go to any of the objects, like here we have accounts tab is there, we have contacts tab is there, we have opportunities tab is there, we have campaigns tab is there, we have leads tab is there. So nothing but here for each and every object, we have some tabs are there. Tab is providing the home page of that particular object, which will be having the pre-built functionality called as new, edit, save, delete, view. Every option is ready-madely available to you. So now like the same way for my position object also, in this object I am going to be creating some records, so that please provide all these ready-made options to me so that we can able to create some new records in this position object. Okay, so that here like this accounts tab, contacts tab, opportunities tab, we can able to select our own tab which can be displayed for our custom object position also. So for that here, we have to select this checkbox. The last checkbox you have to select. Like launch new custom tab wizard. If you did not select this checkbox, then when you click on save, your object will be get created, but the tab will not be available for your object. So now if the tab is not available, then new button will not be available. If the new button is not available, then you cannot able to create the record. So now if the tab is not available, then you cannot able to edit the record. If the tab is not available, then you cannot able to view the records available which are already. If the tab is not available, then you cannot able to delete those records. Nothing but you cannot able to perform any DML operation by using the page layouts. Okay, so for that here tab is required for me, so that please create a tab on behalf of me for my custom object position in order to perform some DML manipulation, data manipulation language, nothing but inserting the new record, modifying the existing record, or deleting the existing record and retrieving the records which are required for us. So for that here I am going to be selecting this checkbox here. Now click on save. Okay, click on.
In mistake we didn't.
Sorry.
If in mistake we didn't click that one, the object is created.
Yes.
But how can we retrieve that object? Is there any option to retrieve?
You are creating that object, okay, without selecting the tab. Nothing but tab will not be created. Object will be created for you.
How can we know that object is there?
I will show you that one here. I will show you that option. Okay. Now that is the next feature here. So now here, observe this one. When you go to the accounts or the contacts, let me open this contacts tab in another tab. Now assume that here this is the contacts tab is there. So now this is the contacts homepage. So for this contacts homepage, here you will be having a background color of the contacts. And then you have the image is available. This is the image that we have. Like. So now this is the image that we have. And then here you have the some background color is available here. When you click on this particular opportunity, so now here when you click on this particular opportunity, then it is providing a different image, it is providing a different background color. When you click on campaigns, it is having a different image, it will be having a different background color will be there for these campaigns. When you click on leads, it will be having a different background color and different images available. Nothing but these are the styles available here. So now when coming to my custom object, this is the position object which I am creating. Here the object name is position. So now when you check this one here, we have the object name is position. And then we have the tab style. Okay, we have the tab style is available here. So now the default tab style is, this is the tab style, nothing but it is going to be selecting this color here. So now I don't want this color here. So now I want to use my own color. I want to use my own formats. So now for that here, we have a lookup option is available. This is the lookup button is available to you. Click on this lookup. Now it will provide the various styles for you. Okay, these are the various styles are available to you. So now here when you observe each and everything, here you will be having airplane. First one is airplane. It will be having this color, it will be having the airplane image. Big top, this is one of the color, it is having an image. And castle, it is having an image. Circle, it is having an image. Desk, it is having an image. Like that here, so many styles are available here. So now here we have to select any of this any of the style right now. So now here when coming to the position object here, I am going to be creating some position information here, so that here we can select any of this one. So now any of the style, whatever the style you want, we can able to select, no issues. So now assume that here I am going to be selecting a bridge or the bell. Okay, so now assume that here or else we can select the bank. Okay, I'm selecting it as a bank option here. This is the color that I have selected, nothing but this is a position bank where all the position records will be exist. Next, once you select the style, go to the next option here. We have the next button is available. Click on next button. And then this tab will be visible to all the profiles. Okay, don't change anything here. Simply come to the last option, that is next button. Click on next button. And then include tab. No need to change anything. Simply you can click on save. The last button is save is there. Click on save. Once you click on save, then your position object has been created here. So now this is the position object has created for you. Now custom object is created with the name position. So now when you observe the API name of the position, already we have discussed. For the standard fields, we have two attributes. One is field label and the field name. When coming to the custom object, custom fields, we have field label and API name. Always this API name is post fixed with __C. When coming to the position, position is my custom object. It may be field, it may be object, it may be whatever here. It will be having the API name, where this API name is available with the post fixing with __C. So now here we have this API name, which is position __C is the API name for our position object. Okay, clear?
Yes, sir.
Next, after that, we have to discuss some more option. Whenever you are creating an object, okay, whenever you are creating an object, Salesforce provides 4 fields by default.
Rose?
Yeah.
Can you just go back to the screen?
Okay.
And just point to position. I want to see the.
Okay. This is the position.
No,
okay,
when you point
name.
at it. No, on top. On top.
Okay.
On the home line where the object is.
Okay, so now we will go to that point. We will go to that point.
Yeah.
Yeah. So before that, we have to discuss something. That's what here I'm coming back.
Okay. Okay.
So now here, whenever you are creating a new object here, okay, whenever you are creating a new object, for that object, Salesforce will provide 4 standard fields by default. Okay. Now we will discuss about this point. While creating a new custom object, Salesforce provides 4 standard fields by default. What are those 4 standard fields? First one is name field. Second one, owner field. Third one, created by. And the fourth one, last modified by. So now here, these are the 4 fields will be provided by the Salesforce to you. These are standard fields. Okay, these are standard fields. So now, when you create any custom object, whatever the object you want, with whatever the name you want, with whatever the option you want. So now, when you create a custom object, by default, Salesforce will provide these 4 fields to you. First is, second one is owner, third one is created by, fourth one is last modified by. These are the 4 standard fields will be there by default for your custom object also. Now, can we create any more custom fields? Sorry, standard fields, can we create any more?
No.
No. These are the 4 standard fields are there. Nothing but it may be standard object, it may be custom object also. Both will be having standard fields as well as custom fields. So now come back to our screen. Come to our screen here. Come down in the screen. Here you will be having one section called as standard fields section. So now this is the section that we have. When coming to this section, what we have, this is the standard fields. We have 4 standard fields are there. Have we created these fields? No, just now we have created this object, position object. But by default, while creating this position object itself, Salesforce is preparing 4 position fields by default. What are those fields? The field name, first one is name. Second one is owner. Third one is last modified by. Fourth one is created by. These are the 4 fields will be provided by the Salesforce by default. Okay. So now here, when coming to Salesforce, it is providing 4 standard fields to you because this is one of the interview point of view question. Like what are the fields Salesforce will provide by default while creating a new object? Okay, for each and every custom object, Salesforce provides 4 fields by default. One is name, second one is owner, third one is created by, fourth one is last modified by. These are the 4 fields will be provided by the Salesforce by default for every custom object. Okay, next, after that, if you want to create any custom fields, then you can add custom fields. Up to how many? Up to 500. So that here we have custom fields section is available. In this custom fields section, we have new button is available. By using this new button, we can able to create your own custom fields also. Okay. So now here what we did just now we have created one object by giving some details like what is the object name that we are going to create, what is the tab name that we are going to provide, what are the options that you want, just we have selected. So now at that time, whenever you are click on save, automatically your object has been created. So now what is that object name? Our object name is, this is the position, and the API name of the object is position __ C, which is a custom object. So that here, when you create an object, automatically here you will be having the layout. So nothing but here come to our positions tab, nothing but in the home line. So now this is the line is there. Beside this leads, we have positions tab is there. When you click on these positions, then it is providing that style which you have selected here. Okay. So nothing but what we did, simply we have created the position object. When you create an object, automatically table will be get created with the same name because table name and the object name both will be same. So that here it is creating the table with that particular object name. Nothing but for this position is a custom object, so it is creating that name as position underscore C. So now with this name itself, it will create a table in the database.com that is position underscore C. So now in that table, we can able to create some records. So now to create the records here, it is providing the home page, nothing but positions home page. Now here we got the logo, we got the background color also, and we have all the ready-made options also here. When you click on new button here, in order to create a new position record, click on new button. When you click on new, it is providing the new position details also. Nothing but here, no need to prepare any graphical user interface. When you create an object, automatically front-end part, nothing but the screen also get prepared by the Salesforce itself. Back-end table also get prepared by the Salesforce, and the business logic also prepared by the Salesforce. Business logic is nothing but creating the new record. When you click on new page is opened. After entering the data, when you click on save button, your record will be getting saved. After saving the record, if you want to click on edit on that existing record, then you can edit. When you click on delete, record will be get deleted here. Nothing but all these options are ready-madely available. Nothing but these are business logics available ready-madely to you. Because here this is the ORM technology where when you create an object, automatically Salesforce will provide the object, nothing but associated table will be created, user interface will be created, and the business logic is also get created here. No need to write anything. Okay, clear?
Yeah.
Now here it is having only position name field is available, nothing but name field is available here. And then here we have owner field is available. Who is the owner of this record? The currently logged in user will be the owner of the record here. So now the owner is Salesforce Online. Nothing but this is the owner. The currently logged in user will be the owner of the record always. Okay. So now as a owner, I will be having the full control on that. I can do whatever I want. Because here, for example, I have purchased a mobile, which is mine. Okay, which is mine. So now this is my own product. Sorry, this is my own item. Okay, so now this is my mobile. So whatever I want, I can perform this one on this mobile. I can able to make the calls, I can able to receive the calls, I can able to access the internet, I can able to view the video files, I can able to listen some audio files, everything I can able to perform. Suppose if this mobile is belongs to somebody else, then I don't have the full control on that mobile. Because here this is not belongs to myself, this is belongs to somebody else. So now here when coming to this owner will be having the full control always on that particular record. Okay. So now here when coming to this particular position object, so now you have position edit. Okay. We have position edit, nothing but edit layout is available to you. And then after entering the position name, when you click on save, the position record will be getting saved and it is going to be redirecting you to the detail page of that position object. Clear? So now just now we have created the object. So now I am going to be discussing about you how to create these fields. So now here we have these fields are there. Like we want to create these many number of fields. Like I want to create these fields in my position object. Like position ID, position name, location, position status, everything I want to make it here. Then how to create these fields, now we will see one by one. Okay?
Yeah.
Clear up to now?
Yeah.
Okay. Now I am creating these fields here. Whenever if you want to create the fields in an object, okay, here we have two ways are there. Okay, here we have two ways are available here. Now the first way is we have the standard navigation. Second way is force.com quick access menu. Okay, force.com quick access menu. Two options are available here. So now here, when coming to the Salesforce, suppose for example, let's take any of the application here. Let's assume that I have the Windows operating system is there. Okay, I have the Windows operating system is there. So now Windows operating system is providing a notepad by default. Okay, it is providing a notepad tool where we can able to enter some information. So now I want to open that notepad. Then how many ways are there to open the notepad? In our Windows operating system, how many ways are there to open the notepad?
Yes.
Now, So now here we have different ways are available. Now we will see. So now the first option is go to your start menu, okay? Go to the start menu and go to the all programs. Under that all programs, you will be having some accessories. Under that accessories, you will be having the notepad option. Okay, you will be having the notepad option is available here. Okay, so now here we have to go to the start menu, go to the all programs, and then go to the accessories and then notepad. Okay, this is one option. Nothing but this is the standard navigation. Okay, this is the standard navigation that we have. So now here this is so many steps are available, but I don't want to perform all these steps. Then what we can do, directly I want to jump into the notepad application. So that the second way is available. Come to your desktop, release the right mouse button. Okay, release the right mouse button. Then automatically a pop-up menu will be get opened. Okay, a pop-up menu will be opened like this one. It will be having view, sort by, refresh. Like that it is having the new. In that new, here you will be having the text document. Nothing but notepad option is available. Nothing but this is a shortcut is there. Directly we can able to jump into that. So now here we have two ways are available to create the notepad. Or else we have one more option is also available. Simply you can use the run option. In that you can able to type that notepad. When you click on OK, it will launch that application itself. Okay, so now here whenever if you want to create any application or the document, we have two ways are there. One is the standard navigation, second one is the shortcut option is available. Like the same way, when coming to our Salesforce also, whenever if you want to create a field in an object, then we have two ways are there. One is the standard navigation, second one is the force.com quick access menu. Then what is that standard navigation here? How to go to that standard navigation and what is this quick access menu? Now we will see practically here. Now, standard navigation here, creating the field. The first option is standard navigation. And the second one is force.com quick access menu. Okay. So now here when coming to this one, come to the standard navigation part. Now we will see. For the standard navigation part, go to setup, go to build option, build menu, go to create, okay, go to create, click on objects, okay, click on objects. Now what it will do, then it will list out all the custom objects. Okay, custom objects exist. Okay, whatever the custom objects that you have created, it will list out all those custom objects. Okay, and then click on the custom object, click on the required custom object, to add custom fields. Okay, to add custom fields, and then go to the custom fields, and relationship section. Click on new button. Okay, click on new button. So now here this is the navigation steps. We have to go to the setup, go to the build menu, Go to create, click on objects. It will list out all the custom objects which you have created. Click on the required custom object in order to add some custom fields, and go to the custom fields and the relationship section, and then click on new button. This is the standard navigation steps are there in order to create your own new field. Now we will see this navigation part. Go to our Salesforce application. Go to the setup. Come to the build menu. So now here we have the build menu is available. Go to the create option. Click on objects. It provides the whatever the objects that you have created, the custom objects it will provide to you. Now here we have only one object, that is position. Click on position. Okay, click on position object. It will display the complete information about this position object. And then come to the down. Here we have standard fields section is available. Okay, under that you will be having the another section, custom fields and the relationships section. Okay, so nothing but whatever the standard fields are there, just we have to utilize. We cannot able to create any more standard fields, and we cannot able to delete those standard fields also. When coming to the custom fields, we can able to add up to 500 custom fields. We can able to delete the custom fields also. When coming to the custom fields, we have field label and the API name. Okay, so now here, now I want to create this custom field here. To create the custom field, like I want to use the new button. Click on new button here. Okay, click on new button. Now it is going to be providing the various options to you. Nothing but select the field type, which type of field that you are going to create. So now here we have none selected option is there. And then auto number. What is this auto number we have discussed? Auto number is a system generated sequence number that uses a display format you define. The number is automatically incremented by for each new record. Now here we have auto number field type, and then we have formula type is there that we are going to be discussing in our further concepts. Roll up summary, this is also one of the system generated. Lookup relationship, master detail relationship, external lookup relationship, and after that we have other field types are there. Come to these field types. We have checkbox, we have currency type, we have date, date time, email, geolocation, number, percent, phone, pick list multi-select, text, text area long, text area rich, text encrypted, and the URL. These are the various field types are available here. So nothing but all these field types we have discussed as of now. Okay, so now here when coming to the field which I'm going to create is, this is the position ID field I want to create. So because here whatever the fields that we have listed out here, I want to create all these fields. Now these are the fields I want to create. The first field is position ID I want to create. Now come to this one. Position ID is of type auto number here. So that I'm selecting this field type as auto number. So now here I have selected auto number here. This is a radio button. When you select one, the remaining will be get deselected automatically here. So now I have selected auto number, and then go to the next. Okay, click on next. Now go to this particular field. Now this is the position object, and this is the new custom field which we are going to be adding in this particular object. Now specify the field label. The field label is, I want to specify position ID. Okay, it has to display like as position ID. When you specify the position ID, nothing but field label, automatically field name has been captured. Okay, the field name has been field name has been captured. Now specify the display format. Nothing but in which format you are going to be generating this position IDs here. So for that here they have given one example also here. Now already we have discussed in our previous session how to provide the display format and what is this starting number. And then here, display format, I want to use the position ID. This is also here I want to use POS hyphen, I want to provide a 6-digit number, so that I'm using 6 zeros. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is the position ID format. What is the starting number? This has to be start from 100,001. Nothing but the first position ID should be POS-100,001. For the second position or for the further position records, it has to be keep on incrementing this value by 1.
I have a question here.
Yeah.
At the position when you do, is the hyphen compulsory?
No, not required here. If you don't want this POS hyphen, then you can remove this one.
Okay. All right. Just
That is not a mandatory one. Based on your requirement, you can able to have that format. Okay.
Okay.
So now here to indicate clearly, I am going to be using POS hyphen. Okay. Now, so here starting number should be 100,001, and after that here we have one checkbox is available. So what is that checkbox here? We have generate auto number for existing records. Nothing but here whenever you are creating this field on an existing table which is having some records already, at that time whenever you are giving this, if you are not selecting this option, from now onwards whatever the record that you have created, for those records only the position ID will be get generated. Then what about the previous records which are already existing in that object? For those records also, if you want to generate the ID, then we have to select this checkbox. So that here we have one more checkbox is available, that is generate auto number for existing records also. Okay, you may select, you may not select, depends upon your requirement. Now the description. So now description you may enter, you may not enter. It's not a mandatory field, it is an optional. So now as a best practice in our real-time organizations, we have to provide the description also, why we are creating this field, what type of data that we are storing in this particular field. Okay. This field is used to store position IDs which is auto generated. Okay, which is auto generated. And then we have one more field is available, that is help text. What do you mean by help text?
If somebody doesn't know what position ID means, then they can click on help desk.
Okay. Suppose for example here, assume that. So now when you place a mouse pointer on the opportunities, then what happened here? What you have observed?
Self opportunity tab.
Nothing but opportunities tab. Nothing but what it is. This is a tooltip text. Nothing but online help it is providing to you. Okay. So now here, observe this one. When coming to the field label, okay, when coming to the field label here, we have the field label. Okay. So now, beside that here, we have I symbol is there. When you place a mouse pointer here, it is providing some information to you, like enter a label to be used on displays. Nothing but page layouts or reports and the list views. So nothing but here it is giving some online help, nothing but tooltip text. Like the same way, if you want to provide any tooltip text or not. So at that time, in that tooltip text, what is the message you have to display? So please enter that message also here. So now here this will be look like this. When you place the mouse pointer on that I symbol, it is providing some tooltip text to you. Like that here, if you want to create anything, then you can enter that message. Okay, and then after entering that, we can go for the next button here. Okay, click on next button. So now here you will be having these two options are there. Now field level security for the profile. Here we have visible and the read only. So now here make this as visible for each and every profile. So what is this profile? We will see in the later concepts. Okay. As of now, for the time being, select this visible option. Nothing but this field has to be visible for all the profiles. Okay. And click on next. And then save. Okay. And then save. So now here I have created one field right now with the name position ID, which is a custom field. Come to your custom fields and relationships section. Now here you have a field is added here. When you observe this field here, you have a new field is available, which is position ID, which is auto number here. When coming to the position here, we have this field, we have field label, and then we have API name. This API name is position underscore ID underscore underscore C. Nothing but which is a custom field which we have created. Okay, clear?
Okay.
Any questions?
No.
Okay, now. So now here, I want to create one more field. Then how can we create one more field? For that here I'm using the same option here. Custom fields and relationship sections are there, and then I want to create one more field. Click on new. What is the second field that you are going to create? We want the position name. Position name field is already there because name field will be created by the Salesforce by default as part of the standard field. And then I want to create a field called as location field. So now go to that location field. Location field is of type what? It should be a pick list. Now here come to this field types. Here we have the pick list type is available here. Now select this pick list. Now here we have the pick list field type is available. Select this pick list. Go to the next and enter the field label. Field label is location. Okay, simply I have entered location. And what are the values you want to display in that particular drop down list? So now I want to provide Hyderabad, Chennai, Bangalore, Mumbai, Pune, Delhi, Kochi. So now here these are the locations that I am going to be adding. So now here these items will be get available in that. So now whatever the items that you have added, if you want to sort these items, nothing but if you want to arrange these items in the alphabetical order, then we have an option is available to you. So for this pick list, we have two options are there. These are the two options are there. Okay, these are the two options are there. The first option is sort values based on the alphabetical order. Okay, this is the alphabetical order. If you want to arrange this information in the alphabetical order, then we can able to select this checkbox. And then sometimes I want to make this one of the field value as the default one. So that here we have second option as use first value as default value. Now these are the two options are available to you. So now here I want to arrange these names into the alphabetical order, so that I am using this checkbox as sort values alphabetically. Okay, clear? Now go to the next. Now make it visible to all the profiles. Select the visible option. Go to the next and then save. Now we have created second field also. Now this is the the location underscore C, which is a custom field that we have created. Okay. Now, so now here just now we have created two fields are there. One is position ID, second one is location. Now come to your user interface. Okay. So go to your fields, go to your tabs. We have the position tabs is there. Click on position tabs. Click on new. Observe what happens. What you have observed here?
Location is added.
Location field has been added. What about the position ID?
It's auto-generated.
It is auto-generated. When it will display, this will be displayed only in the detailed page of the record, not in the edit page. Okay. So now here when coming to the location, whatever the values that you have entered, those values has been populated here. Now we have selected that option as sort values alphabetically. So now whatever the values that you have entered, those values has been sorted alphabetically, and in this alphabetical order only it is displaying these values. Okay, so nothing but when you add that particular field in that object, automatically column has been added in the table, and in the user interface also it has added the field also. Okay, so nothing but no need to design the user interface, no need to design the backend table, no need to map these fields by using the business logic. Everything will be ready-madely available to you. Okay, now I want to add one more, the third field type. Click on new. What is the third field? Position status. That is also a pick list I want to add. I'm selecting pick list type. Go to the next. Now this is a position status. I want to specify new position, open approved, in progress, on hold, closed. So these are the values that I have specified here. So now when coming to these values, I don't want to sort these values in alphabetical order. As part of my organization process, as part of my organization rule, we have to follow the position status in the same order. Initially, this will be the new position. Then somebody has to approve. Once it is approved, then resource management people will recruit the candidate. Sometimes it may be in the on hold. Sometimes it may be closed. Okay, so now here, whenever you are creating a new record, by default, this position record status field should be have the value as new position. So that here I want to make the first value as a default value. So that I am selecting the second checkbox right now. Use first value as default value. And then go to the next. Make it visible to all the profiles. Go to next. And then save. Okay, now we have created. Yeah.
The question is, can we pick both sort and use the first?
Yes, both you can able to use. Okay. So now here I can able to use both, but here I haven't selected the first one. Why? Because is, so now if I am selecting that the first one sort alphabetically, then it will be sorting those field statuses in the alphabetical order. So at that time it will be coming the first value as closed, right? Because C will be starting first. Okay, after that the remaining characters will be comes. So that here by default here, whenever you are creating a new position record, at that time what will be the position status for the new position? The position status should be new position. It should not be closed. It should be new position, right? So that here I am using the same format, and then I have selected that the second option as use the first value as a default value. Okay. Clear?
Yes.
Clear.
Now check this one here. Refresh your page. Observe what happens. So now here position status field is also added here. When you click on new, okay, click on positions. When you click on new, observe what happens here. Location field is displaying as a none. Position status field is displaying as new position, because this is a new record I am creating right now. So that for the new position, the default status should be new position. This is a new position record I am creating right now. So now when you open that, whatever the options that you have added for the position status, all these options are available to you. Okay, new position, open approved, in progress, on hold. Okay, and then I want to add some more fields also. So now here, as of now, we have used the standard navigation. Now I want to use the force.com quick access menu, the second option I want to use to add that field. So now what is this force.com quick access menu? Now we will see. So now force.com quick access menu is nothing but like as our what it called, this is like as a pop-up menu. Okay. So now where it is available, now we will see. When you come to this one here you will be having this particular option. This is the option that we have. Okay. So now in the right side, in the middle, you will be having a dockable menu is available. So now click on this dockable menu. So now this is the dockable menu. When you click on that, it is providing force.com quick access menu. Nothing but jump options are available here. Okay. So now if you don't want, then he will be having the collapse. When you click on that, it will be collapsed. When you click on this one, expand option is available. This is a dockable menu is available to you. Okay. So now here in this dockable menu, it is providing the first option as view fields. So now view fields is nothing but if you want to view the fields available in this particular object, then it will be click on view fields. Or if you want to create new, then here you will be having the plus new symbol is available here. View fields, some space, you have plus new symbol, which is going to be indicating if you want to create the new fields or not. So now to create the new fields, click on simply new. Or else if you want to view the fields, click on view fields. Click on view fields here. Now it will be providing all the fields to you. When you click on new, then it will be going to the creating the new field here. Okay, clear?
Yes.
Okay. Now
Yeah.
the second option here, I will tell you here. I will show you that option. So now when you click on plus new, observe what happens. Okay, when you click on plus new, directly it will be jumping into the new custom field. Previously, it is going to be displaying the fields information. From that, in that custom fields and the relationship section, you have to click on new. Then only we will be coming to this new custom field section. Okay. So, but here when you click on plus new, directly it will be jumping into the selecting the field type. So now here I want to create one more field. So now what is that field? Open date field. So now what is that open date? This is a date field. So that here I'm selecting the date field type. Select the date type and then go to the next. Enter the field label. Open date. Okay. I don't want to enter any description. I don't want to enter any help text. So now here we have one more option is available to you. So what is this option now you have? We have an option called as required. Okay, we have an option called as required. Required in the sense what?
It is mandatory to
Mandatory.
enter
Nothing
the.
but if you want to make this field as mandatory or not. Okay, so now if you want to make this field as mandatory, then we have to use this option. Select that checkbox here. So now here I am going to be making that field as mandatory field. So that here select this checkbox. Now this is the open date is mandatory field. Now go to the next. Go to the next. Say, I have created that field. Now go to your position object, refresh that. You will be having the new open date option is available. Open date field is available, which is displaying with the red color symbol, nothing but this is a mandatory. When you click on that particular text box, it is opening a pop-up calendar. From there, we can able to select the values. Okay, whatever the date you want, you can able to select that particular date. Next.
But for location also, we required the
This is a pick list.
mandatory
For the
option.
pick list, it will not available by default. So then how can we make it required? We will see. Okay, I will show you the some other options are there. Some other ways are there by which we can able to make that field as required. Okay.
Can we change the now layout? It is coming. If we create the field, means it is showing one by one only. Can we change the layout?
Yes. We will see, because here initially we will create the fields and then how the look and feel will be available to you. If that look and feel is not looking like attractive, then we can able to arrange based on our requirement. That option we are going to be discussing in tomorrow's session. Okay, how to arrange these fields based on our requirement. Okay, that is for the page layouts concept. How to customize these page layouts we will see in tomorrow's session. Okay. Now I'm going to be adding some more fields. Now I'm click on new. I want to create one more field, that is close date. Close date is also a date type, so that I'm using date. Go to the next. Enter the field name. Close date. Automatically field name will be available. Select the required checkbox. For each and every position, open date and close date should be required for me. So that here I've selected the required option, nothing but I want to make this field also required. Click on next. And click on next. And save and new. Nothing but I want to create one more. So now what is the next field type that we are going to create? Position name we have created, location we have created, position status we have created, and then open date we have created, close date we have created, and then now we have to create number of positions, minimum pay, maximum pay, and the position description and all these things. So now I want to create a field which is the number of positions. When coming to the number of positions, we have to enter some number. It may be 1 or it may be 2, it may be 10, it may be 50, whatever. So that here I am selecting the field type as number type. Okay, I am selecting the field type as number type. Go to the next. So now here field label. So now I want to specify number of positions. Okay, now the length is 18, nothing but the maximum length of these numbers is 18 digits you can able to enter. But now here I'm giving the length as 4. Okay, maximum of 4. Okay, next. I want to make this field required. Okay, I want to make this field required. So now along with that here we have 2 more options are also there. Required in the sense simply it will make that field as a required option, nothing but the user has to enter the value. Whatever the value it may be, the user has to enter the value. After that we have one more option is available. Unique option is there. Unique in the sense if you don't want to assign any duplicate values in that column, at that time we have to use this unique option. We are going to be using these fields in our further classes. We will discuss about that. What is this external ID field? All these things we will see. Okay, now go to the next. Go to next. Save and new. Nothing but not only this one, I want to create one more. Click on save and new. I'm creating one more field. Now my next field type is I want to create the minimum pay. Minimum pay is nothing but a currency type, so that I'm selecting the field type as currency. Now go to the next. Field label is minimum pay. Now the length is I'm giving some 10. And the minimum pay I don't want to make it as a mandatory. Go to the next. Minimum pay it may be 0 also, whatever. Go to the next. Save and new. I want to create one more field, that is maximum pay. Now the maximum pay, this is also a compensation, so that I'm selecting as the currency field type. Go to the next. Specify the field label. This is maximum pay. Now the length is some 10 digits. And when coming to the maximum pay, I want to make it as a required. Why? Because here is, when coming to each and every organization, minimum pay it may be 1,000, it may be 10,000, it may be whatever. But the maximum pay, based on my organization rules, I have some bandwidths are there. I have some bands are there. So now we can able to offer this much of package only. We cannot able to offer more amount for this candidate. So now if there is any very emergency requirement is there, if the candidate is ready to join within a week, then we can able to negotiate and we can able to offer some other packages also. Nothing but some more compensation we can able to offer. But now when coming to my organization, whenever I'm giving a position, at that time I have to specify what is the maximum pay that we can able to offer. Nothing but what is our budget for this particular position. So that here I'm making this particular maximum pay field as a mandatory field. Go to the next and go to next and then save and new. I want to add one more. So now what is the field now we are going to add? I'm going to be adding a new field right now here. So what is that field I want to add? I want to add a new field which is position description. For the position description, I want to use a text area. So now this is the text area that I have selected here. Now go to your next button. The navigation steps are same. Field label, position description. The field name automatically will prepare. Position description should be required because here for each and every position we have to provide the description. Go to the next. Go to next. Save and new. I want to create one more field. So now that field type is also a text area where I want to specify this field as a skills required. What are the skills that we are expecting? So now here skills required is not a mandatory field. Go to the next. Make it visible to all the profiles. Go to next and save and new. I want to create one more type. What is that field type that I'm going to create right now? I want to create one more field type that is checkbox type. Because here I want to use travel required and the passport required. Go to the next. Field label is travel required. The default value is unchecked. Okay, the default value is unchecked. So now here, going to the next. Make it visible. Go to the next option. Save and new. And I want to create one more field which is the last one, that is passport required. This is also a checkbox type, so that I have selected this as a checkbox type. Go to the next button. Enter the field label. Passport required. And go to next. Make it visible to all the profiles. Go to the next and then save. So now whatever the fields I want, I have created all these fields. Come to the custom fields and sections here. Now here we have created all these fields like close date underscore underscore C, location underscore underscore C, maximum pay underscore underscore C, minimum pay underscore underscore C, number of position underscore underscore C. For open date, passport required, position description, position ID, position status, skills required, travel required, all are our custom objects which we have created. Now it is giving the name, field label, API name and the data type also, which type of field that we have selected right now. Okay. Now, so now here go to your object now. Go to your position object now. Go to the tab, positions tab, click on new. When you click on new,